we are doing a unique program tonight. We will be doing Sri Lanka versus England post game review. Then we're going to be signing off, and in a couple of minutes, we'll be coming back on to review Afghanistan versus India. Then we'll be signing off again, and then we'll be coming back to do a analysis on the game today, West Indies versus New Zealand. Having said that, Lucky will be joining me shortly. Make sure you keep watching BaatShaat on YouTube as well as Facebook. Today, the show is Will Sri Lanka qualify? I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Lucky.
Yes, Salman, how are you?
Good. What an exciting 2 days, Lucky.
Exactly, yes.
Whole World
That's
Cup
cricket.
open.
That's cricket on every particular day,
Absolutely. And guys, keep watching the whole show with us. This one is only going to last 20 to 25 minutes. We've been getting incredible feedback from all of you, lots of support from everybody, and your feedback is not ignored. We do act on it. So we have a special announcement that we're going to make towards the end of the show. So keep watching it all the way. Lucky, first part of our show, 20 minutes, 25 minutes long, we're going to talk about Sri Lanka. Where the heck did they come from?
That's the beauty of cricket, You cannot take
Unbelievable result.
any team, you cannot take any team for granted,
Yeah.
right? Win the toss, bat first.
You've been saying that. You've been saying that from day one.
Right from the beginning. Right from the beginning.
So, it's funny because you were saying score runs and the pressure of the World Cup will bring the other team down. Exactly what happened.
Can you imagine England not chasing out 239, right?
When they've been consistently scoring 300s.
Exactly. So the mental pressure of this World Cup is already there, It has been there when they lost to Pakistan also, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you do not have to take England, they are the best or they are the favorites for everyone. It's all about that particular day that you play.
Absolutely.
I have been repeating it. I will keep repeating it. And this is what it is making cricket so good for me, when I see that stats coming up and I'm like, okay, yeah, there you are again.
Yeah. So for viewers that are joining us, you're more than welcome to send us your questions. Anything you send us through Facebook, unfortunately, will not pop up on the screen. I'll have to copy paste it. But YouTube, you are more than welcome to go to our YouTube channel. I'll leave the link on the screen, and then you can leave us any comment, which will feature on the screen. So just to make it easier for you guys. So Lucky, England, I'm pretty sure when they went into this game, they were like, we're definitely winning this. There's no way. We're thinking about the next game.
Exactly.
So where do you think they got hit?
See, sorry about that. You don't have to think about the lateral games coming up. That was a time to focus on that particular day, right? And can you imagine that Sri Lanka were two down for 1 run?
2 down for 1 run, yeah.
And then they scored 239. So going down from 2 and scoring to 239, come on, man, you have to give some respect to those guys, right? So that is what it happened. You took it very easy. You couldn't score even 239. It wasn't a single run win. It was somewhere around 12 to 15 runs, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So yes, do not take anybody for granted.
For granted. That's a given.
That's the beauty of the game, That has been the beauty of game. This World Cup has really shown its new waves coming up from last 2-3 days,
Oh,
after
what
the
a
game
turnaround.
in Sri Lanka. Yeah.
What a turnaround.
It has been. Now you can see that they got 2 points from rain.
Yeah.
And they won 2 games.
Yeah.
So literally they are giving challenge to other now 6 teams, if you see.
So now, I'm thinking about Sri Lanka. Do you think they have a chance?
Literally into 4, right?
Yes.
See, England took them easy. They came hard. If you see the stats, whatever the points were, it's still difficult for them to qualify because they're not playing that very good, right? But it can be a very big morale booster for them winning against England. And that can take them to that top 4 because of that England having so many big games to play,
And even though this points table shows India's game today as well as West Indies and New Zealand's, but we're gonna focus on just England and Sri Lanka at this point. Sri Lanka, it's funny. Lucky, one thing is pretty strange. We didn't think of them to feature anywhere. We were when the World Cup started, we thought they'll be amongst the bottom two. They've consistently been placed in the five or six, in top six, ever since the start of the World Cup. They're maintaining that position, be it through rain or be it through unexpected wins.
Exactly. Yeah. Being with the new team players, still there. If they are sitting there, that's a miracle for them.
So, do you think at some point they'll get the belief we can be there? Well, just the way they celebrated that win against England, it meant a lot to them. It will do a
That is
huge,
what I'm saying. Like when they got that win, right? That might have already given them a boost. Now
massive
it's
one.
all upon the same way they play, like they played against England.
Yeah,
That's a different day for them. That will
yeah,
be a different team against them, right? But
yeah.
they do have to believe that it happened before, and that can happen now also.
Again,
So that
exactly.
is what it can make them go harsh, because bowler like Malinga, he was the only one who turned around everything, and then was supported by Udana, I guess. Yeah, Udana,
Yeah,
who took
Udana.
two wickets in just
They
a
bowled,
blink of an eye.
they bowled well, Lucky. They bowled really well
That is what their total difference has brought them up here right now.
because Malinga is a
Because to
magician.
bowl them, to bowl English team that was so good, right? Under 239 is
Absolutely,
an achievement for themselves, within themselves.
massive achievement.
Yeah,
Massive achievement. I mean, Josh Butler couldn't play. Malinga is a magician, and this is, I think, a sign of a true champion. Amir, we
yeah,
saw, the guy was out, not even considered for the World Cup team originally, and has been the top performer. Malinga is the old horse that keeps coming back. Proved it again.
exactly. Yeah,
Where do you
definitely.
think was the turning point? Was it Malinga's bowling?
Oh yeah. See, Salman, every wickets count. And right from the beginning, they were putting pressure, and it was Malinga on top at the beginning. He did a damage right away in the beginning. So any other batsman who was coming in was having a problem against him, and
Yeah.
the other bowlers were also getting, the momentum because of those wickets coming up. So if the wickets keep falling, there is always a chance of winning. Like if you see today's game also, just an example, not to elaborate on that, just an example. Gill was playing so good, right? But he was
Yeah.
dropped three times.
Dropped three times.
Yes. So he scored that runs. The other side, the wickets were falling down. And when he went, and again, a bunch of wickets fell off.
Absolutely. So comments are starting to come in, Lucky. Asif, Sri Lanka, pure South Asian cricket. One day zero, another day hero.
Yeah, it has been the same story like Pakistan, if you take it, right?
Same thing. One
Yeah,
day they're struggling to beat Afghanistan, the other day they beat none other
England.
than
Yeah.
England.
Yeah. And now England has been the culprit for Asian games, Asian teams. Both of them, the one who won against England are the Asian team.
Exactly, exactly. So, Asif makes another very good comment. I'm going to actually just bring it on the screen, Lucky. And Asif says, we appreciate Asif, your support. You've been sending some incredible comments on our show. And I think at some point we would love for you to use the YouTube channel so we can actually just post them directly and make it easier for you to be part of it. Lucky, Asif says England is proving to be the South Africa of 90s. Best team on paper, but doing something wrong. That would, I'm going to read the other part, that would cost them dearly.
Definitely, yes, Salman. If you see, like, yes, we have been looking at the papers so many times, and we have discussed on that too. Like, whoever is in the team, like, it might be the bestest team in the world right now. They are on the papers,
Yeah,
unless they prove it on that particular day. You take
that's right.
one game at a time. When they perform on that particular day, then you go to the second one, right?
Right.
You cannot take 9 games at a time right away and compare everything. No, you take only 150 over batting and 150 over fielding and bowling first, because from there you either win or lose, and then you are on the table where you stand.
Yeah. So Asim made another comment on Facebook, which I'm going to read here. He's saying, I think the turning point was the second ball of the England innings. Wicket of an opener on his first ball. Malinga is the man. Like Malinga took the wicket pretty quickly into
See,
the innings.
that is the response right away when you are giving somebody to chase.
That's right.
If there wouldn't have been wickets in first 10 overs, you could see the batting depth of England, right?
Yeah,
It is till number 10. That
yeah,
is what we call on the paper. But they didn't perform, so Australia won it, right?
that's
Sorry,
right.
Sri Lanka won it.
Sri Lanka
So
won it.
this is what happens when you take wickets right in the beginning. You start creating pressure.
That's correct. So, Lucky, I'm going to go to Sri Lanka first. Batting has been a major problem. I mean, you've seen how badly they batted. 232, it seemed like, oh, another game, and Sri Lanka is just going to lose this one very quickly. Will be done in 30, 35 overs. You know, you think they will be able to up their game in the next few games? You think they have the
See,
quality?
but according to their national team, whoever is in the international team right now, they do have those domestic games to be played, and they perform well to be in this lineup, right? But the
Yeah,
only difference is, it's really a new team that hasn't come together for, let's say, a year or so. So that might be a change. Somewhere they lag behind, like understanding the whole team together, and that has been in the World Cup time, which is already a pressure. So right now, the game that they played against England might not be the same when they play the other team, because the menu will be different, the day will be different, the team will be different, right? And their morale will be different too.
much different. Much different.
Yeah,
You think this could be the start of something new?
it can be, Salman. See, whenever there is a rise, it is always because of some kind of boost, right? So it can be a very big boost for them.
Yeah,
And we have seen that against Australian team too. They're batting their opener batsman, and up to third or fourth, I guess, they were doing good. And suddenly there came a change, like when wickets start falling.
yeah. And that's where they started lacking.
Exactly. So there is some, inexperience in the team. No doubt, everyone knows. According to the world, when you see that cricket knowledge, if you compare with every other team right now, they are lagging behind in that scenario.
Massively.
Yeah.
Massively. So I'm just gonna quickly go back to the bowling side, right? Uh, I think Sri Lanka has the quality in their bowling. Malinga won't be around for too long. Where do they go from there?
So it
Lucknow,
won't, see, this is World Cup, right? After World Cup, also there is cricket coming up.
yeah,
So
that's
it's
exactly what I'm getting at.
yeah. So it's like if Malinga goes also, if they take some young talent for say 1 or 2 years and give them regular chances, Salman, Sri Lanka has been a team, has been a country who has produced legends,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Legends for cricket. So it's not that it's dead in Sri Lanka. No. So whoever is in the team or might be the young talent coming up, that will be definitely there after the World Cup. They
yeah.
might take some time,
Right.
when you regroup, and it takes a little bit of time for everything. So definitely, no doubt, this is World Cup. They have to perform with whatever they have resources right now. But in future, these guys can be a better one for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So Asif has just joined us from YouTube, and he'll be sending a few questions here and there. But I'm going to go back to Sri Lanka's batting. Uh, Lots of weaknesses. They have. I was going through the list. Angelo Matthews again stood up. Very experienced campaigner, 85 not out. I think he was the backbone of the batting, and that's what brought Sri Lanka to that total. Otherwise, it was such. I think even then, lucky I didn't think Sri Lanka will win. Like then, nobody
Exactly.
expected Sri
Yeah.
Lanka to win.
Even they knew that if one of the partner who doesn't stand, there is no way out to come and score that 239, right? So it's
Exactly.
always it's always one partnership, one or two big partnership that takes you to that particular stage where you see that 49, 46, and 85.
Avishka,
These
yeah.
were the guys. Yeah, and then this Dhananjay De Silva also played a very good role, who was standing with Matthews. So
So I
that
think
is
they
why
were.
Matthews could score, because
Uh,
see, out of these two, when one got out, it was this guy 29 who scored. Dhananjay. And then what happens? See, 2-6-1-1. So yeah, whenever there is a fall of wicket, the partnership is broken, then suddenly it collapses, And these guys are, the bowlers, I guess. And
Exactly.
they couldn't provide any partnership to Matthews.
And I think, if you look at their lineup, Lucky, I mean, Thisara Pereira is a very experienced campaigner, but
Oh
he's
yes,
been very quiet in this World Cup. He's pick of the T20 leagues around the world. He goes
yeah,
everywhere. Usuru Odana, he's just been picked at the Global T20 in Canada. Lasith Malinga, I mean, everybody knows him. Angelo Matthews, Kusal Mendes. Kusal Pereira is the one who actually won them the test match in South Africa. You remember that century he scored.
yes,
So
yes.
they have some promising players. I think they just need to get it all together.
Exactly. They have come, in such thick and fast time. Like it was a World Cup and they got together without having that combination.
Exactly.
So yeah, so it's not working in that way right now. But the only difference is like whatever you have resources right now, you gotta go with that.
Exactly.
So yeah,
So, I'm leads me to my next question about Sri Lanka. Great team. They've played three World Cup finals. They won one, lost two. Where do you see them go?
that is
Any
what I
thoughts?
said already. If this is the team that has been backed up by the cricket board back home in Sri Lanka, and they give them time and maybe some more youngsters coming up in the international cricket, and they keep on giving them chances for a while. You
Yeah.
don't just give them a series and then some other one comes, right? So it's always like you need to give them time so that they can come up with some big experiences against big teams.
Asim makes a very good point, Lucky, here. In my mind, Matthews was a gem in batting, but Malinga's performance overshadowed him. It totally did. What
See,
Malinga
these
produced,
Salman, these are the two different factors that has been brought together. Like if there was no Matthews, right, there was no score.
there was no
So,
score.
right?
85 not out.
Exactly. Malinga is a bowler. Matthews is a batsman. They did both of them as a team worker. They did their parts. That's it. That
And
has worked out.
very patient inning, unlike of Matthews.
Exactly. Yeah, because Salman, if you see after these two guys, 49 and 46, then Angelo came. It means when those two wickets fell off, if you scroll down please.
So,
Um, no, keep going down. Yeah, you can see there.
right there.
3 for 2, and then the
So
third
Avishka
one
went.
fall off was Avishankar,
So
who
think of
played a
that.
very good
Let
inning
me
of fast
let me think of
49.
it. Out
You
of
know,
62 runs, Avishka scored 49.
yeah. So he was the one who came first down, I guess. Yeah, and he started taking the charge. He scored in 39 balls, and then the pressure was against them. Like yes, the runs are coming, though
Yeah,
wicket fell off. So they go handy. Like if wicket is all falling, but you need to score runs too, right? And that happened with Kushal Mendes. He also started scoring runs because it was already on the board, and they have a very good partnership, Matthews and Mendes.
that's exactly it. I think in my mind, the man of the match, I think well deserved for Malinga.
Oh yeah,
Because
definitely yes, Salman.
ready to
Because he
spin
was
out
a
of
match
the
winner,
field.
no doubt. Because he was a match winner, no doubt about that. When the other team is chasing and then you take 3 wickets or 4 wickets or 5 wickets, it's definitely the one who took 5 wickets and give you a victory. That is
Yeah.
definitely there, and it was in the name of Malinga. His
And Lucky,
performance was like
one of
awesome.
the things we never talk about is England's bowling. Jofra Archer is making quite a habit of picking up 3 wickets every game.
Yes, except one or two games.
Pakistan.
Yeah, he went for runs.
He went
Yeah,
for runs and
definitely,
then he
Salman. See, that is the quality. Like if he was thrashed by Pakistanis,
yeah,
still he's playing every match. They are not doing in and out, right? Unless the bowler is unfit or he got injured.
yeah.
So that is a morale booster with the captaincy point of view and the teamwork. That works. When you are already in the team, so surprisingly
Yeah,
playing a World Cup, then you are already boost up, right? And he is a young boy.
he's pretty young. Yeah,
Exactly. So home ground, home morale support, everything that is going his way. And he
he
is
knows the
doing good.
pitches. He knows the grounds.
Exactly. And he's Salman on top, he's doing good. That is the big thing. Nobody is just denying that oh, okay, he's not doing anything. Okay, still he is in the team. No, he
Exactly.
is taking wickets and with the new ball.
He is taking wickets to new ball, and look, I mean, two maidens he bowled up early in the innings to put
Exactly.
the pressure
Yes,
on England.
with wickets in, yeah, in
So
his corner.
Adil Rashid has been going well. I mean, he was called the trump card, Ian Morgan's trump card for this World Cup, and he's been really performing well consistently.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna take a comment here from Asif. In the end, they managed to stay for 50 overs on the pitch, and then bowlers got wickets at regular intervals. Everything went perfect to their plan, right, Lankans?
Yeah, exactly, Salman. That is what I'm saying. Like they got the score 239 and they had a belief like, okay, we have something to play with. And then what happens is when they came to bowl, they got the first wicket, they got boosted up.
Oh yeah,
So that gave them a clue like, okay, this can be our day. Right from the second ball, there was a wicket. And now what happens is the pressure of chasing runs, right? Because
absolutely.
it's already there. So you are chasing it. So definitely while chasing, wickets fall, pressure comes, and they kept on taking wickets in interval. And
That's
that
exactly.
created a lot of pressure. Yeah.
So Lucky, now very quickly, last 5 minutes of this part of our show. England's batting. How bad was it? Ben Stokes was giving his best. At one point, it seemed like Ben Stokes will pull it. He went nuts right after Malinga finished those overs. Ben Stokes started hitting massive sixes. How much would this dent their confidence?
Salman, if you take it the other way now, I have a question for Ben Stoke in the same way. Like when he was playing with Moin Ali or Josh Butler,
Yeah,
these guys were taking it very, very easy. Like Joe
super
Root
easy.
also, they were playing like, okay, we can take one or twos, two or threes, and we will take it to the end.
Yeah,
And then when Joe Root went out, and all of a sudden Ian Morgan is gone, and then Butler is gone too. Now he is panicking like, okay, now I'm playing with the tailenders because did you see Moin Ali how he threw his wicket out?
oh my God.
So
Moin,
so
we were,
instead of looking at this way like he started going for bowlers, we can take it in this way like the bowlers already created a mess for him that he has to take the step because it was already done. Adil Rashid didn't put anything on the board. Jofra Archer, he can bat. He didn't do it anything.
he
So
threw
Ben
he
Stoke,
threw his wicket away as well.
exactly. So Ben Stoke had to take it from there because nothing is left, right? You're chasing runs. You cannot just stay there to tap the ball. You have to go for runs. Like, did you see today, Carlos?
Yeah,
It
wow.
happened the same, right?
He played till the end.
One-sided wickets were falling, and then he realized that okay, I am at the end now. Let's go for it. So he
Lucky,
started going for it, and he scored.
we
And
were we were talking about
he
Moin Ali.
he
Moin,
absolutely changed everything, and then he brought it again to chokers.
absolutely. Lucky Moin Ali, we were talking about him. He's become a walking wicket in the lower order. Top order, he produces that long innings that you require of a batsman. But lower order, he's become a walking wicket.
It has been. It has been. If you see like Bairstow and Jason Roy, before that Moin Ali was on the opening side, right? And
Absolutely.
he was smashing everyone. It was like okay, I am the opener, I can play beginnings, and he used to do it. Now that is the difference we were talking about with Shoaib Malik also being brought very very down when
Yes.
there were a lot of wickets already falling down, right? So might be that mental pressure is always there on the batsman that
I
yes.
mean, you've seen him play one down in IPL, and what a performer he is.
Exactly. Yeah. See, Salman, it does affect when you ask somebody to play randomly somewhere like, okay, five number, six number,
Just to
seven
fit
number.
him in.
So it always plays with your mind, and cricket is already a mind game, right?
And lucky, for some reason, I don't think England has got his position right. They seem to be playing him as a bowler when he's a batsman.
Oh, exactly. Yes.
That's why I think that's what,
Asif's comment is in the end for England, I think it was all mind game. Should have been stay on the wicket and steal runs and slowly go towards the target. Yeah, it was a mind game. See, Salman, we were talking about Sarfaraz. Do you remember I told like he has to play mind games. He is so differently quiet in the pitch that he feels like okay, we are done today. Also,
he's
we
not
are done
creating
today.
anything.
Also.
He's not creating anything, right?
Yeah, exactly. So no, you have to learn from Australians for these mind games and all.
That's an
They
excellent
they
comment by
are
Asif.
very good at this.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's an excellent comment by Asif. I'll tell you why. Because I think, when Asif talks about mind games, look at the position England has left themselves into. Since 1992, they haven't beaten India at the World Cup. They haven't beaten New Zealand. They haven't beaten Australia. Guess who are they playing next?
exactly. Three
It may
same
be
teams.
England lucky. That
And
might
you
be
know
all.
what? Three same teams who are already qualified in a sense,
Yeah. I mean, New Zealand pretty much sealed the deal today,
Exactly.
but by 5 runs.
Doesn't matter. Salman, win is a win.
So, Lucky, think of this. Uh, they haven't beaten. So how much would this be playing on their mind? Losing to a team that was supposed to lose to everybody, and now you're going into your toughest challenge, and the home pressure, and the fact that nobody wants to be out in a home tournament.
See, it's a big ask, but they have to play, out of their everything. It's a big ask. You cannot take England for granted right now. Also, I don't take it because they have those quality players, and they have to come very hard against all these teams. Very, very hard to qualify. It's not gonna be easy for them, but
Right.
still, they have that quality, Salman. They
Yeah,
have that quality. Yeah.
Asif is making a very good point. They could have frustrated the Sri Lankans, and Sri Lankans would have given some runs as a bonus. But it was cricket at its best. I agree with Asif's comment there, definitely.
Definitely yes. Definitely yes. That is
We
what it
needed,
happens.
we needed that game, Lucky, to turn the World Cup around.
Yes, it might be. It might be an end for England too, just because of the Sri Lanka game. Because
Yeah,
all three games are tough for them. If they lose, they are out, right?
they're out, completely out.
Yeah,
So I mean, that's the thing. They've put themselves in a very tough spot.
exactly.
They may
Themselves.
not like it.
Yeah.
And England is, in some ways, I think I'm pretty sure they're going to choke in this World Cup fairly soon.
But you know what? This team is one of the best teams ever they had it. According to the batting point of view, they have such a batting talent right now that they can turn the tables around. But Sri Lanka was, everywhere on top of that day. They just took them as a normal team, and they won it.
Well, I think Malinga, totally. It was Malinga's magic, Lucky. Without a doubt, the way he bowled. I mean, every ball pitched in the three stumps, and every ball
And he
swung
is
away.
he is very good at that, Salman. And you know
Outswing,
what?
outswing,
Every
outswing.
every team plans for him, right? And how
Yeah.
can you say that England didn't have a plan? Can you imagine that? He was
Yeah.
he was one of the best for them on that day.
Most of them have
It was
played
his
him in
way.
the IPL as well recently.
It was definitely his way. Sorry, his
His day.
day,
His day.
Salman. If you
Without a
see,
doubt.
he ripped it off from the top, right?
He
First
would have
ball,
ended
Johnny Bairstow gone, right? And then he comes back with the second wicket, and that from the top order.
everywhere.
That
Yeah.
is where you have to kill the
And
game
crucial
right
wicket.
from the beginning.
I mean, you know what, to be honest, Josh Butler, the guy who could have easily won it from any position.
Yeah,
Beautiful ball, pitched on, leg in some ways, leg stump, swung away, hit the middle. Like there was no way
exactly.
Josh Butler could have flicked it.
Salman, see, for Pakistan also it was Kuldeep's that particular miracle ball for Babar Azam, right? So something out of nothing is coming up, and they are just changing everything.
Lucky, Asif has a very, very good question. England is now finding themselves in Pakistan's boots now. Would they bounce back like Pakistan has got a habit of bouncing back? Lucky.
Yeah, I literally mentioned it right now. I'm not giving away for England right now because they do have a batting lineup, Salman. For Asif also, he is
Yeah.
listening to us. Yeah, so you can see that batting depth also. So it means out of three also, minimum one. What are their points, Salman? There are
I'll
eight,
bring it
right?
up quickly. Yeah, I have it right here, Lucky. They are sitting on
8 points.
good 8 points.
So it's not that easy to directly take them away from winning one game out of three
Hmm.
because of that, home grounds. Um, their cheer up will be there from the home crowd also, and that will be against any one team. They have to produce it right away. Like the next England game, they are playing against. England is playing against.
They're playing against Australia, India, and New Zealand.
No, the very first one. Who are they playing against?
They are playing against, I can give you that very, very quickly here. They are playing next against, I believe it is New Zealand. No, I believe it is New Zealand.
Where are the games gone, mine?
Oh, I
What
have
am I
lost
looking?
track of that. They are actually going to be playing. England's next game is actually Australia. England. Where did it go? I guess it's New Zealand. No, India. June 30th.
England is playing against.
Australia on June 25th.
Yeah, exactly, Tuesday.
India
So
on
forget
30th.
so forget about everything else. England have to win this game, Salman.
Yeah, I
If they
agree.
lose this one, the way the Australians are really taking games away from others, if they lose to Australia, then I can directly let you know like what can be the dugout in England. You
Exactly.
know, yeah.
Exactly. Lucky we're done the first part. We're gonna be signing off. Guys, will be coming back in 30 seconds with the other show. Before you go, Lucky, Sri Lanka, will they make it to the semis? Yes or no?
No.
England,
Yes.
even with a tough road ahead.
Yes. Yes.
So Asif makes a very good point for England. They have to treat every game as a playoff.
Yes. Yes.
They put
Yes.
themselves in that kind of a position now.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect. We're going to sign off. We're going to be back. We're going to be reviewing India versus Afghanistan. What a game that was. We're going to be back in 30 seconds. So don't go anywhere. Make sure you check our Facebook page as well as YouTube to find that show on that. See you shortly.